3. Let's go. Come on. Way too soon or too early. Mock Draft Vol.1 Cowboys edition. Brought to you by Law Nation. You know, the strangest thing is, originally, this is how most of this channel started off, believe it or not, like Ripley's. My oldest videos were the draft videos, believe it or not, Cowboy Nation. So the evaluation for the nation, the hopes, dreams, and of course, satisfaction to your mind, heart, and soul. Everybody's right during the draft, right? It takes 3 years, literally 3 years to properly grade the draft. So, in case in point, you can be high on a prospect. You can have hopes, wish, and dreams of a prospect, but there's always somebody miss out, and there's always somebody sliding down to where they don't supposed to be at. And those are the facts. You can't argue against that. Cowboy Nation, let's go. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Let's go. Wake up. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. So, the draft time for your mind, this is the part of the season that everybody's right, nobody's wrong, right? And everybody got some hopes that they can look at and say, okay, I would love to have this player on my team. And sometimes we can look at it and say, hey, we better not draft this guy because it's indicators that he will be the same, just as what we've seen out of another player. Some schools have certain traits, like you look at a certain school and you'll say, well, good DBs normally come from this school, or good running backs normally come out of Memphis, basically, now, since they set that tone. And, of course, we can look at the Stingleys of the world, like the guy from LSU. Of course, you know, we can look into that thing and we can say, all right, cool. That would be a guy that we could say maybe you match him up on the opposite side of what we got out of Diggs. Oh, my goodness. And we can have favorites like a Jordan Davis, right? A Leo. You know, we got all of those names that's out there that we can really look into and say, all right, what about Aiden Hutchinson, right? What about George? What about this guy, Jermaine Johnson? All of those boys from Florida State. We can look at all of those guys. And, of course, Texas A&M got a good group of guys, too, especially when you're thinking about offensive line play. Do you want somebody that can really stand tall and fit inside and fit the scheme? Also, think about this, Cowboy Nation. Close your eyes and imagine what a Nakobe Dean can do for this team. Oh, excuse me. Hey, you need an offensive tackle. What about an Evan Neal? What about him? Bring him to the table. Let's see what he can do. Quarterback. You guys remember last year I was looking at maybe a quarterback you bring in just to solidify a backup quarterback for this team, and I did the Desmond Ryder video, and he ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to go back to school, right? So now Desmond, you know, he's moved up in the draft. He was way down there last year. Now he moved up as it relates to that. So going back to school, do you pick – look, this is the situation that you look at. Do you go out there and get somebody that only played 1 year college, year and a half, you know, been moved around, or do you go get that guy who's a senior in college? You know, those things that already know, you know, how to move himself around in his body and everything. Those are things that you can look at. Your pet cat. Yeah. What's the kid from Penn? Appreciate you, Noah. Appreciate you for jumping in. What's the kid from Penn? Joquan from Penn State. What about Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame? You know, all of those boys. Nick Cross, y'all remember him? We did some work on him last year. So some of these guys, we can say to ourselves, okay, who can help out this team as it relates to safety? I'm looking at interior offensive lineman. Oh, my goodness. If you want to go by namesake, man, give me the interior guy, Evan Neal from, he's a tackle, but you might kick him and slide him inside at 6'6", 360 pounds. Boy, that's a big old boy. You know, you go get somebody from Bama, you know, that's been coached properly. Those are things that you take a real good look at, Cowboy Nation. And let me put the chat log up here. Be sure if you're watching. Come on. Oh, the chat log. Come on, chat. Where you at? Here we go. Get up there. Get up there, chat. There we go. Here we go. Appreciate y'all, man, so much. Thank you guys for jumping in. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. We need a left guard. Get rid of Connor. This is from Husky. Connor's getting rid of himself. He's out of contract. And if you go to his IG page, he already shooting the deuces up, said, I'm gone, baby. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? He purged himself. The purge is coming. Linebacker. This is from Arlington Cook. He says a linebacker. Guard. You know, in the center. Put Steele back at right tackle. Move Collins at left guard. It's so important. It's so important for this team to realize, okay, as a coach, we're going to utilize your strength. We can see where your decline is at. And we're going to move you around so you can be better. Right? There was only a few bad tapes on Terrence Steele last season. A few. And when I say tapes, only a few situations. Terrence Steele propelled himself to higher heights than we can ever imagine. So for the 2022 season, who's going to be the new Terrence Steele? Who's going to improve? Right? That's what we're looking for. And not to rain on Tyler Biadasz, but he's going to have to get a whole lot stronger. Flexibility and all of that good stuff, yeah, that's cool. But are you going to get a little stronger? So if we look into this thing, we can say, what about, what's the kid from Iowa? You know, what about him? You know, putting him in there. What about risky picks, injury situation? Tyler, yeah. Lindenbaum, you know, what about him? 6'3", 290, you know. He can move around real quick, agile guy. Or do you say 2 tiers in the bucket? You know, let me get a big boy, bigger, move stuff around. I don't want the lighter guy. What type of offense? What are we going to be, more of a power block, zone block? You know, that type of thing. That's why it's so important now is when you start doing this evaluation, do you go out there and make to yourself and say, hey, you know, kumbaya, Joe Philbin, sayonara, you know. You know, it's the time for you to go. Or you say, okay, I'm tired of getting moving stuff around. Ain't nobody moving Kenyon Green. Who's moving him around? You know, take a look at him. Or what's the guy from Atlantic Coast? Your Boston College, Zion Johnson. You know, come on. Let's bring those boys up out there. We need run stoppers for real. The game is won and lost where I want you guys to put that down in the trenches, right? Damn, I already said down. But the game is won and lost down in the trenches, right? But the game need to be figured out for the Cowboys in the interior. There's no way around it. Khan says first rounder. Tyler from Iowa, and then you got Booth. You got Clemson guard Kenyon. Clemson guard is from Andrew Booth, and then you got the Texas A&M guy. Yeah, that's Kenyon Green, big boy right there. You got Trent McDuffie. Okay, that's pretty good. And then you go into the second round. I feel you, though. I feel you. I see some names down there that I'm familiar with. Here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. We can run the simulator over and over again, the draft simulator, over and over again, and somebody's going to hit right? We're going to, look, without a shadow of a doubt, two things are going to happen. One being the Cowboys' first-round draft pick or second or third, one of those guys is going to start. Right? The second thing will be we're going to get somebody good. It happens every year. Now, you can have a wish list all you want. That Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame, he could be on my wish list, Let me ask y'all this. Y'all beautiful people that's watching right now as the room fill up. We get 30 more people, we'll run the simulator. It's time for the simulator. On my YouTube, we get 30 more people, we'll run the simulator. When did the first, I'm asking you guys a serious question. When did the first safety drop last season? Can you guys put it in the chat? When did the first safety drop last season out of the draft? Now, I do know that from year to year, you can say, all right, cool, this class don't have a strong quarterback class. Last class had a better quarterback class. But sometimes people will hold up their hands and say, you know what? I ain't really going to move on a safety until somebody else pick a safety. And then that's when the stuff get to dropping. The 15th pick. Who was the 15th pick? Who was the 15th safety? Who was that safety there? Can somebody help me out from last season? Yeah. Time for the percolator. Lord, you appreciate your Asmodeus. It's time for the simulator, though. Who was the first safety off the board, Cowboy Nation? Javon Holland. He went to the Miami Dolphins, didn't he? He go to the Dolphins, right? And the other kid we really wanted, some of us really, really, really wanted, he went to the Raiders, right? What was his name? Put it down in the chat. Xavier McKinney. Come on, man. That was a couple of years ago, though. Xavier McKinney. He wasn't drafted last year, the year before last, right? All of these guys. Maury, Trayvon. He dropped the interception against the Washington football team in that game or what have you. And we were sitting there like, come on, man. The 15th pick was Mac Jones. Okay. Can't remember. Long seats to there where we go. So, Hollins was the first safety last season. Or was it Trayvon Morridge? I can tell you now, boy, with the 24th pick, I need to put my sound, I need to get my chime for your mind back out there. Let me see if I can, y'all bear with me. Let me see if I can computerize this thing right quick. Oh, my goodness, man. I forgot to put the chime for your mind out there. Give me a couple of seconds while we build this house. I tell you, man, if I can find it. Come on, baby. Booyah in there, baby. The chime for your mind. Oh, it sounds so good last season, This season, we didn't want to do this early this season. We did it super early last year. It was still, look, people were still wearing shorts and stuff, and wife beaters. Last season we were doing the draft show. All right, almost there. Chime for your mind. Give it to me. Draft chime. I'm looking for it. Y'all bear with me. Matter of fact, how many people? Oh, we got 8 more people that they got to jump in before I can. Yeah, before we can get it going. But while I'm looking, there we go. I found it now. Y'all done messed up. Now. Here it is. Let me hear it one more time. With the 24th pick, the Cowboys select Jordan Davis. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Steve says, you still want Sean Payton, baby? Would you give up a first and a second for Sean? I think that the Saints going to look back at Jerry and say, yeah, you want him? You want him so bad?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
We going to want 2 first picks, a second and a third. No way. Somebody said, with the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Nakobe Dean. Oh, and then all we can think of is, man, oh my goodness, all we can think of is him next to my guy Micah Parsons. Woo-hoo. All right, as promised, baby. Let me see if I can turn this off right quick. Turn this off. Turn your radio down. We're operating here. All right. Y'all see some backdoor production here. Take this screen away. Come on, get away. Get out the way. Get out the way. I ought to make that whatever somebody. Get out the way. I'm moving all of my windows out the way, so y'all bear with me. Charge it to my head. We're going to do 4 selections. Let's start this thing. It took me 10 hours to get there. Them doggone Atlanta Falcons done got Kyle Hamilton. Won't they lean forward a little bit? Atlanta Falcons, won't y'all lean forward just a little bit? Y'all ain't gonna know what to do with them. All right. Cameron Thomas, we went with the edge guy. That means if we go with the edge guy, Saranara. Trent McDuffie, he gone. Desmond, he gone to the Denver Broncos. Okay. Woodland gone. The Eagles went and got a running back. That's a good running back. Kenny Walker, too, by the way. Oh, we went and got big boy inside. Yeah. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Matter of fact, since it's going through that, let's bump this music up a little bit more. Y'all hear that flute now? Look out, baby. Oh, we went and got safety. Look, we went and did some things. We went all defense again so far. Oh, my gosh. Don't y'all know what I would do if we go all defense again? Oh, I'm loving it. All right, so at some point in this 4th round, we got to get us a guard or something, somebody inside. Who we going with? Oh, come on, get us a. There you go for Boston College. Give me a smart guy, Somebody who ain't afraid. Noah says sign Hooker back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is over with. All right. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Okay. Let's go to user pick. User pick. Y'all can see it all right. Okay. With the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select. Let me turn my volumes down. Hey, DJ, turn it down. Turn it down just a little bit. Don't turn it all, but turn it down. Okay, appreciate you, DJ. God bless you. All right, so Cam Thomas. Shout out to Cam Thomas, edge guy from San Diego, State. Okay, and then we got, hey, now you know where my people from. You know, shout out to my guy. Who like Mathis? Put it down in the chat. Do you like that with the 56th pick? Do you like that with the 56th pick? Give me some fires if you love it. Jalen, do y'all like Jalen from Baylor? With the 88 pick. We got the 88 pick this year. I like that one. And then we got the Boston guy. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can pull this up first. Bear with me. Let me see if y'all can see what I see. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yeah, y'all can see that. 6'5", 270 pounds. And then when you look at what the one writer wrote out here, it says Cam Thomas plays on the defensive line of the Aztec defense. He has played in several different alignments from position. He is a good athletic with good initial quickness, agility, outstanding body control, and the run game. You see that right there? I know you had to squint your eyes to see. It says in the run game. Now, I love their analysis or what have you. Now, you do know that we got to trust, but we verify. So this is Harris' report. And what I like to do is I got good old tape on old boy. And I won't lie to kick it to you guys. I didn't get a chance to look at everybody highlights or what have you. So it's a long season, not a short season, the off season. So by the time 3 months from here, what have you, by the time the draft kick off, boy, oh boy, law will be on it, right? But for those who are true college film watchers, right? Let me know how y'all feel about Cam. Whoa, Cam. It says he's virtually unblockable. With single blocks, he not only wins with pure hustle and motor, but he combines it very well with hands and an understanding of leverage. I love that. Matter of fact, I don't like it at all. I love it, Cowboy Nation. All right, he's a bull rush. And he slither with it, slither right through the gaps. I like this. Now, good God Almighty, if we can keep Cam Thomas mixed in with Dan Quinn, oh my goodness, that would be good. Who we got as a wide receiver? Well, we didn't do no drafting of wide receivers. We just did a quick 4-round. Okay. All right. So let me see what he got over here. And I like sometimes they give you the best game to study is Nevada 2021, and the worst game to study is the UTSA 2021 tape. And the film evaluation, I trust what they saying, but I got to verify, meaning that I got to also look and read this. First step, explosiveness, flexibility, hand counters. I love that. And hand power, run defending, effort on plays, okay, football IQ. He has good football IQ. He sets up offensive line, and he wins on the interior. It's so important for edge guys to win also inside. So that is a great lookup right here. And they're still doing their scout grades on him. I know you guys can't see all of it, but I pretty much love this one person's assessment so far. So and that was Harris assessment. So if we can click this button right here, And let's look up this kid right here. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. All right, so how do y'all like this guy? Mathis. He's 6'4", 317 pounds. Do you like a big guy inside? Funny thing, there was a Cam Thomas defensive tackle that got drafted into 2010 for the Chargers. This is from Terrence Shorts. Appreciate you. Who we got at cornerback? We didn't get a cornerback yet, but we did get a defensive back. So we'll talk about that. Now, as they talk about this guy is versatile. He can play and fit in as a 3-4 and a defensive edge guy, or he can play the 3-tech and attack on the 4-3 defense, okay? So they said his best game is to watch is the Ole Miss tape 2021. The worst game is the Florida tape 2021. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his word for it. I'm going to take TDN word for it, and I'm going to literally look up his best game according to him, right? Because I got tape of that of Ole Miss, and I'm going to look up his worst game, and I'm going to see what he can and can't do. Shout out to everybody who watch Bama tape, man. So let me know if you watch Bama tape all day, every day. You just sit right in front of the TV and say, hey, give me Bama tape, man. I just want to watch it, baby, you know. So we're going to look into that. A 4-star prospect, right, out of the state of Louisiana, and LSU versus Bama recruiting battles, basically. Mathis was a redshirt senior and has been a part of a deep rotation on the Bama's defensive line in the 2021 season. Huge step in his production this year. Mathis also accumulated more than 40 tackles and 9 tackles for losses. That's a big thing right there for a big boy to get that many tackles for losses. More than 7 sacks. More than 7 sacks, baby. Hey, let me give him a horn for that. Let me give him a horn for that. Yeah, I can't wait. So that's a possibility for us, man. You know, all right, let me get out of this. Let me go over to Jalen right quick. Y'all know I love DBs. 6 foot, 197 pounds. Let's look into everything that he's going to do. Let me see what they got. Games watch. This is his games watch. I love this. This is open and honesty from Keith Sanchez. You know, some people watch 1 or 2 clips within a game and they try to give their assessments. But, you know, some people got to watch multiple games. How many games, you know, did this man watch? He watched the Oklahoma versus, and he also watched the Oklahoma State, and he watched the Texas tape and also the Ole Miss. You know, shout out to I still can't stand Ole Miss, by the way. But neither here nor there. All right, best game he studied was the Oklahoma State tape, and then also the worst game was the Texas tape. So I'm gonna take a look into this. I haven't watched none of the kids' tape, so you know, so we'll find out what we can do from here. Shout out to you, Natasha. Chris Money, shout out to you. Thank you for being in the chat, you know. Let's see what we got here. I love weed. Appreciate you. Y'all come up with all of these weird names, man. All right, so neither here nor there. Jalen, who actually watched all of Baylor's tape? And if you did, let me know if you looked up any Jalen's tape so far, and let me know how you like of his particular role. On any given play, they say that this guy, Jalen, can play free safety, strong safety, and also inside linebacker or outside linebacker. He's athletic, got traits, and he allows defensive coordinators to put him in every position. Woo! Let me see if they gave any comp for this guy. Normally you got to pay for the comp review. No comp as of now. Let me see what he's against run defense. Playing running, good job for him using instincts and determination, flow, play, pursuit, ball carries, full speed player who gets the opportunity and will attempt to run through the ball carrier. Oh my God! That sounds good from this description of him, you know. I seen him in person, Law. He is everywhere and very energetic. My guy, say Burleson. I love it when y'all bring me help, man. Y'all know for now 4.5 years we've been doing this. I have my scout guys to always bring in some extra help with fresh eyes. All right, so Alex, he's 6'3", and he's 298 pounds. He's an interior offensive lineman. So let's see what they got right here. Zone run schemes. Ideal Road Developmental Center.
Oh, no.
I don't want you to be developmenting center, But best game to study was the Virginia Tech game. Let me see, do I got Virginia Tech? I think I got some of that. I know I got Clemson film, so I can get peer evaluation off of his worst game, because I can definitely see what can happen in his worst game. And we'll dive right into that interior offensive lineman guy. I can't wait to see how all of this stuff works out. All right, so we going to get Nakobe Dean, Landenbaum. This is from whoever slips to the 24th pick. This is from Just Blaze. I feel you. If we get Landenbaum, that would be nice, because now we can either pursue to trade Tyler Biadasz or just kick him around a little bit and tell him, hey, man, you be a great backup player. And we will see what we do with Matt Farniok, right? Because we got those guys that play those respective divisions, play those respective roles within the confines of this team. Law Nation, you said Cowboys didn't draft a wide receiver, and we did for Hoko. Tristan Davis. No, I didn't say we didn't. I'm talking about in this mock draft, we didn't draft a wide receiver. I did a full assessment on Simi Fehoko. And matter of fact, Simi Fehoko follows the Instagram page. Appreciate Simi Fehoko. He's a good guy, by the way. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, should we draft a wide receiver this year? It depends. It really depends if we want to go that route. If drafting a wide receiver will be the situation. How do you guys like the Ohio State wide receiver? Chris, do y'all like him? Or would you take a situation and say to yourself, all right, cool. Let's wheel and deal. Let's gamble a little bit. Would you gamble on a wide receiver and take the kid that got hurt? Would you take the kid that got hurt from Alabama? Would you take Jameson Williams? Would you take him, Cowboy Nation? Or would you just sit there and say, hey, man, I'm going to take Chris. Warm it up, Chris, from the Ohio State. Olave. Would you take Chris Olave? Let me see what y'all say on that, My thing is, hold on. Ben Allen says Niners. Shout out to you, man. Biadasz is too small for a Vita Vea type of defensive tackle. Biadasz need to eat and just lift a whole lot of weight. Roll Tide is from Damon Davis. I'm reading your comments. Jameson Williams, y'all go ahead and take him, huh? Say, man, we just go ahead and take him, man. We done saw a dude that played for the L.A. Rams snap up everything, and now he's back out there running through the playoffs, And it's like, how is that even possible? Man, you got to roll with Chris over Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is pretty good too, though, but you got to roll with Christopher Ole Vaya. It's Chris. I'm just going to say Chris. Yeah. What's up with y'all, man? We need Lindenbaum. Yeah. And we're going to, look, I'm going to murder through some people's names. It's easy for me to say Drake Landon. I can say Drake Landon, Garrett Wilson. But some of these names, I'm going to murder through them. I'm going to chop through them. You know, I don't feel bad at all. I remember I was watching a documentary. And when they talked about Brett Favre, it wasn't Brett Favre. It was like Brett Fave. They messed that man's name all the way up. They didn't call him Brett Favre. Brett Favre never was drafted, by the way. You know, it was Brett Fave, you know. Let's see. Trey Ezekiel Elliott. This is from Ricardo Hot Boy. You got to find your dancing partner. And then when you're talking about trading, you got to also fit in. You got to also fit in who's the dancing partner and what you're going to get in return. Right? So, my critical need area is this right here. Offensive line. We need offensive line. Offensive line. We need offensive line. Let me say this again for the people way in the back. Offensive line. We need offensive line. And far as the defensive situation, three categories that I said we must entertain. Defensive front, that's in the interior. Another linebacker, right? And we got to look into this thing with safety. Now, there's two waves of the draft. There will be a wave before the draft even occur of free agencies. And that first opening week of free agents, the Cowboys are going to be sitting back with their arms crossed, right? And we're going to be like, hey, Jerry, John Steven, why are you not making any moves? Remember, they normally like to dance on the third or the second week of free agency. And sometimes they don't touch it at all because this particular administration really believes in the draft. It's the bloodline of the Cowboys. Damon Davis says, no, Brett Favre was drafted in Atlanta first. Yeah, I knew that Brett Favre was drafted with the Atlanta in the first, but what I'm saying is the person that announced Brett Favre, he was like, Brett Fave. He said something. He didn't say Brett Favre the way we call it. Yep. So that's just how I'm just playing around with the name. Of course, I know that Brett Favre was drafted. You know, let me stop talking in terms of sarcasm because a lot of people won't get it. A lot of people won't get the sarcasm. Yeah, Brett Favre. You know, they didn't say his name right. But neither here nor there. There are waves of the draft even within the confines of itself because right now we're talking about, hey, this team need this in offensive line, team need this in linebacker, or the team may need this in the safety situation. And boom, right before the draft hit, we can go dance in free agency and bring a safety in. Then, you know, like somebody put Marcus out there, May. If we get Marcus, then we like, hey, we really don't need safety, right? Trying to think. J.C. Jackson. The Patriots wanted to get rid of him for a second-round draft pick. Now I know hindsight is 20/20. And that was last year. Should the Cowboys moved on that one though? We got Kelvin Joseph. And if I could go back into the past, I said you guys go back and watch my J.C. Jackson video. I said that nobody in this past draft, was better than J.C. Jackson. So, oh no. We would have if we were to give up a second round draft pick, we wouldn't have a second round draft pick, of course, for this year. But would it been worth it? Let me know. John said JC is the real one. Because all I could think of, you got your aggressive corner out of Trayvon Diggs, but also you got, Anthony Brown played good for what he did for last season, right? He didn't really play bad, like to the point where you're like, oh my gosh. Outside of the first game, hear me out before y'all say, nah, Lord, wait a minute, dog. But outside of the first game and outside of the Raiders game, he played solid enough. And in the 49ers, against the 49ers, he did pick off Jimmy G, right? And we was like, yeah. That was the play that we needed, But neither here nor there. Anthony Brown did ruin a lot of people's Thanksgiving, yeah. Anthony and Flag, Bradley or not, he's going to, I believe, the Jets. So he's gone. Jerry should pull the plug on Jamal Adams. If Jamal Adams was cheaper and he was on this team, they would have converted him into what we are seeing out of number 42, And that is the reality of it. Keanu Neal, they would have converted him to a hybrid linebacker only. They wouldn't have put him at safety. And what J-Ron Curse is doing, or was doing all last season, was everything. Anthony Doodoo Brown. All right, man. I appreciate all of y'all for jumping in. We're not getting a lot of traction today, but I just wanted to jump on and give you guys some mock draft stuff. I see that y'all ain't that interactive today as far as the chat line and everything. But I really appreciate you guys for jumping in. Be sure to hit that like, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. We'll be back early in the morning. We'll talk about all of the stuff about draft, about possibilities. We'll do some uploads, and it's time for me to jump into that film room to present to you guys some of the things that we need to look at. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for jumping in. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Let's get up out of here. One love, baby. Those were our guys. Cam, oh Cam. Then we had Mathis, Jalen, and then Alex. Yeah. Until next time, Cowboy Nation, y'all stay fine. Be okay with everything that happened, because it all happened for a rhyme or reason. Salute. Shout out to all of the real ones. Jerry, come on, man.
I won't mention glory hole.
No doubt. Stay safe. Let's go. Looking for dogs. That's what we looking for. And monkeys. Last year. Quite sure we can find another one this year, right? As long as they don't. Yeah. Come on, other monster. Here we go, baby.
You must be out of your goddamn mind. Finish him.
get Jordan Davis. Let's go.